The present lesson in celebration of being alive was written by Dr. Christian Bernard. Christian Bernard was a South African heart surgeon who did the world's first successful human heart transplant operation. He was born in South Africa. His father was a church pastor and his family was not rich. One of his 4 brothers, Abraham, died of a heart problem at the age of 5. He passed matriculation and got his Bachelor of Medicine of Surgery at the University of Cape Town. His famous books are One Life, The Second Life. The present essay in celebration of being alive is a story narrated by Dr. Christian Bernard about the accident that he had faced along with his wife and the lessons he had learned from the children in the hospital. Dr. Christian Bernard met with a road accident once. When he was crossing the road along with his wife, a car hit him and knocked him into his wife, and she was thrown on the other line and she was hit by a car from the opposite direction. So he suffered from fractured ribs and his wife had a fractured shoulder. Here, when Christian Bernard was in the hospital, he reflected on what his father would have said. Sufferings is God's way of testing, refining, purifying us. So here, miseries and suffering is God's way of testing, refining, purifying us. Here, Bernard did say one story. 2 boys were in the hospital. At the time, a nurse came and left the breakfast trolley in the hospital. 2 boys took the breakfast trolley and they did drive the breakfast trolley in the hospital. One boy was a driver, the other boy was a mechanic. Mechanic provided motor power by galloping along behind the trolley, his head down, while the driver seated on a lower deck and held on with one hand and steered by scraping his foot on the floor. Here, mechanic was completely blind and the driver had only one arm. Mechanic was 7 years old boy. Mechanic was injured when his mother did throw a lantern at his father, and mechanic was injured. The boy was injured when his mother did throw a lantern at his father, and at the time the boy was there between them, resulted in severe burns and he lost his eyesight. And the other boy was operated by Dr. Bernard, and the boy was in the hospital. He had bone disease. Here Dr. Christian Bernard did learn an important lesson about life from these 2 boys. The business of living is the celebration of being alive. Thank you.